Poison acid flask, found cold flask. Yeah, I finally got myself a cold flask too, so I want to maybe re-roll into a cold version later. The poison version has actually turned out really good, so I want to push it just a bit further and kind of like somewhat finalize it at least. Bring it to a state where I can make like a, you know, quote-unquote final build guide perhaps. Gotta love those prophecy procs, eh? Holy. Oh, and there's the ambush mission. So can I Rune of Ascendance into an item that LE Tools says is target farmable from a reward type at specific timeline? So those are global drops. That's just the target farming location where you can get them. It's all fine, cool. 2 LP. Drought's release. I finally found one! I finally found a Drought's release. LP Titan Heart. Static Shell. Another Titan Heart with 2 LP. No LP Prism Wraps. And another Static Shell. Hold on. You can indeed Rune of Ascendance those global drop items. The only things you can't are like boss specific items or things that only come from like a very specific location, like for example the Soulforged Gambler. So we got a 1 LP Drought's release. We have to think about whether this is worth using. So it's +1 to Acid Flash, which is a pretty big deal. It has poison damage and AoE, but it doesn't have chance to poison or poison penetration or any of that. Chance to poison or poison pen on it. That would be pretty big. The extra acid flask level would likely just kind of give back some of the poison. Another 25%. That's not as good as 74%, is it? What's the base do? Crit multi. You know, I actually wonder instead then, since it's a crit multi base, I actually wonder if, rather than making this for poison, it does have the increased poison damage, but this might be a better weapon for a cold build, ironically. Because I don't think I'm going to use Elikos on the current version that I'm playing, but Drought's release with Elikos could be pretty nice. 1 LP ones are kind of effectively gambling. Tears of the Forest, and oh, a 3 LP Drought's release right at the end there. Yo, that's substantially better. So and it's got a better poison roll too. So this is one I could just feed my current dagger into in theory. Because I'm pretty likely to hit some combination of poison chance and poison pen. I think this one we just feed our current dagger into, huh? I always am gonna get one of my 2 desired stats. Sussy drops, pretty sussy drops. Like I'm either gonna get poison or poison pen at worst. Yes, my RNG streak from yesterday continues. It was so good that I had to like make a highlights video from yesterday's stream yesterday. So I put that up on YouTube today. If you missed yesterday's stream, you should at least watch that video. It summarizes the craziness that occurred yesterday quite well. See, like, I think even a 2 LP Drought's release, definitely not 1, but maybe even a 2 would have been a bit iffy to put this dagger into. Like, this dagger's really good to just physically use. But I think since we got a... I should check my stats just to make sure I don't have something that could be better, but I don't think I do. But 3 is like, yeah, it's just so good to get all of the stats we want, basically. I think just using my current dagger is kind of perfect. It's kind of a very cool like gear progression, isn't it? It's like I craft a sick dagger, use it for ages, find an 3 LP Drought's release, stick my dagger that I've been using this whole time into, I upgrade it into a legendary basically. Instead of being the other way around where I'm like using the unique and then get one with the LP and then upgrade it, I actually am using the exalted item and then I eventually turn it into a legendary. It feels like it's almost like the flipped around, right? Like this is my unique and I'm switching it into a legendary now. I'm adding +1 acid flask AoE, more damage to this dagger. I did it, yeah? Yeah, I think maybe sometimes. I don't know if you can do it real... Oh yeah, there you go. Cheating! Straight up pumpkin eating. Straight up pumpkin eating. The real like shining, like the star of this game though, isn't necessarily like the aesthetics or the gameplay. Like some people actually think this game looks better than PoE or Diablo 4. I don't agree. I do think those games look better than this. But this game certainly is much closer to those games now with 1.0 release. It was a huge improvement in its presentation. And in terms of like physically playing the game, I don't think it feels as good as either of those games either. But it certainly like feels a lot better than say like Grim Dawn and other action RPGs on the market. Pretty much everything but PoE and Diablo 3, 4. I think like this feels better than pretty much any other game outside of those two. But the real stars of this game are the gearing, the crafting, the like much more accessible but still deep character customization, target farming, basically everything I put in my highlights video from yesterday. Finding a very impactful piece of gear, doing very cool targeted farming to be able to craft it, doing a very cool crafting system, having a substantial upgrade to my like interesting build. And then like having like clear progression paths for the character always is like super cool. Those are the things that this game does really well. There's some pretty cool boss fights too. Not as cool as some of PoE's best boss fights, because that game has... Oh no, I time traveled. Whoops. Oh shit. That was bad. It's fine. Just don't do it again. I was distracted. Here we go, much better. If you time travel and stay there for too long, she chases you to the other timeline and then puts goop on the ground, which will build up in the arena. At least being in this timeline, I can kill the totems. Dodge the explosion with a quick shift and shift back between timelines. Oop, don't get by that breath, kinda hurts. Whoop whoop. Oh yeah. Fulgurate Shard. Ooh, 2 LP gel cores. Alright, I love this. We're taking a current dagger that I've been using on my character for quite some time. My classic obsidian dagger is getting an upgrade. Alright, so we're really hoping for the chance to poison. That's kind of the one that I want the most. It can't hit the parry, so I'm not worried about that. It's just about that poison. Yeah, baby. Oh, we got, oh yes, 3 best stats. Woohoo! Nice. 3 best stats. Yeah. Poison chance, poison pan, and the higher rolled damage over time. Nice. That is an incredible Drought's release. Holy. Look at that dagger. That is quite the dagger. A bit more acid flask AoE now. Got another +1 point to spend on it as well. Gained 47 poison damage. +1 leveled acid flask, which will be more poison chance again. Starting to lean away from trying cold conversion since your gear's so skewed towards poison and amazing. It does diminish my enthusiasm to try the cold version, not gonna lie. Just how good my poison build is. I'm like wondering if I skip and go next build instead. We'll see. I can always just set this gear aside and try and like do a second re-gear. It will almost certainly be worse initially, at least, until I get this quality of gear on cold. Oh yeah. Oh. It's probably like tier 5 int. Oof. Wonder what I'd do with that. I got -5 mana cost. Oh my lord. Maybe we just use it anyway and just pretend the int isn't there. It's only a bit of damage, it's not a big deal. It's probably well worth the trade-off. I think we seal the health, keep the block chance and block effectiveness, and roll the poison resist. And then I don't have a rune of creation to mirror it though. Nah, I don't think you YOLO remove, it's not worth it. The int to poison damage is like not a big deal. I literally just got here from the video of you getting the coral ring. I'm just gonna have to use the 1 for now. It'll still be amazing, but if I can mirror this later and get 2, then my acid flask costs 0 mana. We try and seal the health. And we need to, and then get as high poison res as we can, hopefully have forging potential left over. I don't think we rune of removal for intelligence. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. All right, despair. Oh, I crit the health up. What the fuck? Oh no. Oh no. That is the most unfortunate crit ever. What? Come on. Imagine if it had crit and sealed though. That'd have been something. What the? Okay, so I get like the chance of sealing a tier 4 is like less than 10%, right? It's like really low. So I think maybe we try and seal the block chance and effectiveness instead. Since it's the same odds either way. It's about 10%. Might as well give it a shot. We still have plenty of forging potential, obviously, after that crit. And then try and seal the health. Alright, well, that's... it was fated to... This item wanted to craft itself, okay? There was nothing I could do. There was nothing I could do. Maybe I could have chaosed the block instead, but then it probably would have just rolled something useless. YOLO removal now? Oh my god. There's enough forging potential. It actually could be worth it. Watch me, Chad. You're leading me down a bad path here. Okay, of the suffixes, the block was probably the preferred one to remove. I'll take it. I'll take it. Now, do we seal still? I think we still want to seal an affix. I have an issue where I'm not going to have quite enough cold resist, am I? When I swap this. Like, I can probably pad that out a little bit, but there's probably enough forging potential to seal just a tier 1 cold res. We don't want to go tier 2 because then there's a chance of it failing. That is so greedy. It is a bit greedy on the forging potential. I'm feeling like pushing my luck here. We could go crit avoidance. I think cold res is going to just be a bit more helpful for me right now. Oh no. Uh-oh. I did it again. I keep getting the unluckiest crits of all time. Oh no. Oh no. Because now it's not guaranteed to seal. It's not guaranteed to seal now. Before, at tier 1 it was guaranteed to seal. I accidentally... It's probably still gonna succeed, right? Oh no. Oh. The problem is now we're like so unlikely to be able to get enough forging potential to like get this poison res to max and still be able to mirror the ring. I'll tell you what, at least it caps my cold res now. Unless 1 to 18, so 2 in 18 chance of failure, not counting the 25% here. Okay, 3. I have to risk it for a couple tiers of poison res. I risk not being able to mirror it, which is a real problem. It's only 1 in 10 forging potential right now? Wait, why is it only 1 in 10? Cost 1 to 10. Oh, that's fine. 2, 1 to 12. Okay, so now a 1 in 12 chance of failure. We're okay. 1 to 24. Okay, we have to have at least 1 forging potential left. We have to have at least 1 left. That's all we need. Just 1 forging potential. You can have 11. Oh. Okay. This was a wild ride. The end result is actually so good though. And I can mirror it. And I can mirror it. I can't believe we sealed the tier 3 cold. That was like, what, 20% chance? Oh my god. Alright, okay, alright, cool. Cool, yeah, very good. Very good. I just need to get myself a rune of creation now. And that brings my acid flask down to 1 cost. If I can mirror that, it goes down to 0 cost. Pretty cool thing about this though is that it's not really locked to poison version. I could use this on the cold version too. I'm actually like gaining mana while throwing my traps. What? Do we like sustain off regen now? Yes, good. Good. I think there's actually another little point of refinement we can do here to benefit from this even further. I can actually drop 1 mana efficiency point here, and I think I don't lose anything. It's still 9, so it doesn't even do anything. So I can save 1 point there and put that into like AoE or something. With the other ring, with the tier 6 ring, I just got like so lucky, right? Like it was just crit. But this time it was the luck. It was kind of luck in the opposite direction, you know, like crit at the worst possible times. Exactly when I didn't want to crit. But it worked out in the end. It all worked out in the end. God, my mana sustain is insane now. That's so good. That's such a big deal. Gambit of an Erased Rogue? Hello there. I think my current one's pretty bad. This one also has it. I immediately got poison res. Oh my god, way better. Way better. Loving life. Also, oh my god, my Gambit of an Erased Rogue is just like hitting the mark right now. Excuse me? Even if I got cold and crit avoid, I would honestly still be pretty happy because like then I like go from not being crit capped to being crit capped, and that's a pretty big deal. Like that's a nice upgrade. So, but the poison res would be a big chunk of extra damage. So hopefully that. Oh, well, I got the poison res, but no crit. No, I guess I'm still gonna get crit. Poison res is big damage though. I'll take that. I'll take that. 237% penetration, aka 237% more damage. So quite often when you're doing Weaver's Will items, they land some affix you don't want, and then it does 7 tiers of it, and you're like, rah! But it does go the other way. When you land an affix you do want, and it does 7 tiers of it, and you're like, oh. I think that's happening now. Oh my god, it just keeps getting better. Holy, is that tier 7 poison and tier 7 poison? Like, what the? And these monos are hurting me. Tier 7 poison res, literally perfect roll. Oh my lord. And then tier 6 poison damage. Oh my god. You know what's gonna happen now though? Like I had pretty trash gear 2 days ago, to be honest. Now though, I'm gonna like make my build guide and show my gear, and then be like, oh yeah, nice, like reasonable gear, Ziggy. So like my chase gear presentation will just be my character. That's great. Especially like this and the dagger. Oh my god. I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to get gear that looks a bit like trade gear. Like this looks like a trade item for sure. But you know, we did it all SSF. You saw it. You can Chap can back me up. I've never seen this man before in my life. We added a new affix and improved it. What is the cherry on top of our item? It's gonna be a completely useless stat, just to make it so it doesn't look edited. You know, so it doesn't look like it's an item that is fully edited with a. What? Come on! You're supposed to make my items not look like I cheated them into the game, please. What the hell? I'm like, put some lightning damage on there or something, so it looks like I didn't hack the item. You know, like when you're cheating on a test and you get one answer wrong intentionally. I thought for sure we'll do that. No, it just rolls damage over time. Sure. Okay. Why not? That sounds reasonable. Okay, now it definitely looks like a trade item. AKA pumpkin, straight up pumpkin eating item. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that's a bit close. Oh, I timed that a little tight. Bit iffy. think I killed 2 of them. Nice. Or she put them down, maybe? Nice. Very clean. And I didn't... Oh, we kind of wish I timed it, actually. Because, like, around that 2-minute mark is pretty good. Where Dread usually calls a build pretty solid around that point.